Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Cold Fire. Um, I had this spread out last night before. Um, I've left it on the table as well. Before I channel the new energies for love and Valentine's month for today, I wanted to go through this one more time. The energy completely changed, especially in my dreams. There are new interactions, and it's not even about the interactions and the places that you're in. It's it's the alchemical energy that is going on right now between twin flames, divine counterparts, soulmates, or whatever you might be resonating with. Some of us have had it really hard, and even if we were couples, if even if we were in a relationship with our twin flame divine counterpart, the energies would have been very, very different and uh, wouldn't have been a very easy, practical, easy relationship because of the energetic differences and all the energetic attacks, psychic attacks that were happening, especially targeted towards twin flames, divine counterparts, and soulmates, right? Since for the last 10 years, um, uh, we have been bound in some kind of alternate uh, a contract that favored karmics and manipulators over the good souls. There was definitely some kind of psychological manipulation at play um, from the Matrix, and as well as witchcraft and voodoo and all of the dark arts practices. It's like we have heard about this fight between Lucifer and Archangel Michael um, that happens during towards the end of the apocalypse, and it's like I think both of them this time around they're like Lucifer is saying no more. Uh, Whatever this happened, the switcheroo, the switch over of the possibly the divine feminine being trapped in a situation or trapped in their mind, or the divine masculine being trapped in their mind. Who this nine of pentacles can be anyone. Whichever one of you finds yourself single, you're trapped in like bad like possibly situations that made you be single all the time and made you feel like you were never going to have anyone. But then after meeting your uh, twin flame, that kind of changed. You got this burst of new energy, and you knew that um, this is something really, really brand new. It it was it was not only because of, even though like you felt single, you knew that there's this relationship happening here for you, because we had the two of cups twice at the bottom of the deck here, and we have the three of cups. You always knew that this was coming together for you, but it's completely brand new. It's brand new. It's without this karmic interference that was spoken on you, that was spelled on you, that you were manipulated you into that we were manipulated into having suffered for the last 10 years bad luck in relationships, bad luck in love, stuck in our minds, stuck with people who were very, very wrong for us. This was a message for Geminis, but I really felt that this was quite. I mean, I could use it for the collective as well. Um, the karmics and the interferences are being sent away. If first At first they had to be, their power had to be reduced down to nothing, so that authorities could send them away. Um, and also create something of a peaceful arrangement for the real couples to come together in and actually speak about things, because there is a lot of things that is on our minds that we really need to clarify with our, whether it be I mean, we really need to clarify a lot of things. We need to speak up. Especially with our, if we know very clearly, if we are considering a relationship with our twin flame, soulmate, divine counterpart, right? Whatever you resonate with, a conversation is very, even if you are not considering a relationship or right away, even if you want to give it some more time, because yes, the singlehood card is showing up, if you want to give it some more time, right? Then and if you and we want to, the 10 years that we lost uh, in this entrapment, right? Now that the alternate reality, what we missed out on in those 7 to 10 years, right? 7, 10, 8 years. 10 years is my number. That is now that alternate reality where our blessings were, where we had actually put in our life's work. That alternate reality is shutting down, it's getting the blessings from that reality which you had missed out on because you were stuck in something in this reality. Now that is being transferred here, or you are being transferred in that alternate reality, like that happily ever after reality. But that will switch you over into if you leave this reality and jump this reality, it will switch you over onto a soulmate template with your divine counterpart, which will have resemblance of energies from, like, you will take your experiences with your karmics, and for some time like live out that relationship, which might have suddenly broken in recent times or been very, very, very stressful. Right now, karmic friends showing up, so all of your friends might have turned pretty karmic and toxic, because these energies were very heavy. Let's clarify the King of Swords. Strength of character here in leaving it up to the heavens to clear out this karma. Now it's high time. We have another king showing up, that is the Father of Cups. um, Strong belief in the way you feel about the situation. um, a clear knowing. Our person and we ourselves both have this strong understanding. This kind of something about this is mutual, but the mutual aspects of these are very, very hidden till this karma that has gone off balance, and karmics and the manipulating fake people, the matrix people, illusion people, still they're still on crack, and they just keep throwing about this energy, which is harming and hurting us physically. It's causing physical discomfort. You might be breaking out into rashes. They've literally done some kind of love. love spell, which has gone and been recorded in the Akashic records against them, all the entire group that is involved in doing a lot of spell work this time around during the full moon. Whatever spell work they did and whatever they do afterwards, whatever they did after Mercury retrograde, even if it was like just only intentional, no ritual work was included in it. All of that has been gone and registered in as a death spell. But generally, love spells don't work the way these people think that they're working. They will increase, especially for the person who is not looking, right? Who has found the divine counterpart, soulmate, twin flame, whatever you resonate with. If they found the one for them in this lifetime, that love spell will just cause a lot of heat in the body and absolutely no desires whatsoever of doing anything or indulging in anything. The ones who haven't found the one for them, it's the same thing, but they might indulge in um, some kind of social interactions or activities during Valentine's Day, or not social interactions. All of us have some or the other sort of social interactions. So I'm sorry for that. Like, uh, you might indulge in single people who haven't found who their person is for this lifetime. They might indulge in like a lot of drinking and like eating and that drinking and eating, but they will still not be interested in any kind of um, intimacy, or they're not going to go and fall in love with anyone. Just hold on for a minute. Yeah, and the worst part is the practitioners that these people hire to like, let's say a karmic spouse uh, has noticed that his or her husband or his wife has found their divine counterpart, their actual soulmate or a twin flame, right? And they hire a practitioner to sort of drive them away or make them fall in love with somebody else. And then the practitioners also kind of are working under the karmic energies, in favor of karmic energies. And eventually that drives them crazy because for the divine collective and for the people who have genuinely found through their own efforts of self work, discovering what they are and what their path is, and what the nature of reality is. The people who have actually put in a lot of effort, singular effort, without manipulating it via anything. I mean, all of us have our weak moments, like we go to practitioners, but mainly the divine collective will only go there to seek answers, or to see if this is a way of actually seeking answers. And very shortly after, they realize that it is not the right way. So these practitioners, that these karmic and absolutely twisted people from the matrix and illusion, catch to get their bidding done and get rid of it starts with, like, yes, I know my person has a real soulmate or twin flame or divine counterpart, whatever they have heard about it by looking into their spouse's birth charts and things like that. I want them to never come close to them. So you either get them stuck in some other situation, or if they come near, even if they come near the person, my the karmic is saying that even if they come near, my spouse's person comes near them, they should they should feel stuck, restricted, unable to speak, unable to see each other, etc. Right? And practitioners obviously don't. They know that this kind of stuff is not going to work, and they will try their best to do that. And eventually, they, because they are in the energy field of the karmic energies, they are working for karmic energies. They will start displaying tendencies. They will become karmics themselves, and the worst kind, ones that got paid by the devil, and they converted themselves into. They were supposed to just be a portal of practitioners, right? They're supposed to be a portal who reads energies and keeps them in harmony. They were the ones who were supposed to, when a karmic comes to them, was supposed to tell them that, okay, this is wrong. This is you are no, this is wrong. I mean, this is going to go really wrong. Spells don't work like this. Hexes don't work like this. Yes, there is definitely a practitioner that I knew, two of them, who were literally throwing hexes where somebody or the other would show up with a broken leg. They've been doing this hex where my navel starts burning up, and I have these bite marks all over my legs, and um, on my arms, on my limbs. Basically, I have got a really, really awesome skin. Like, it doesn't leave marks. I'm like, I don't have marks. Yes, I do have some kind of. Everybody has their own little skin things, right? But since I've met my divine counterpart, since I have met my uh, uh, person, it's kind of reducing. And when they try and do uh, do a psychic or spiritual attack, like, they try to do love spell after love spell after love spell on us when we initially met, and that was just bringing us closer and closer together. Like, it was like some kind of obsession that we had about each other, and which wasn't feeling right to both of us. Yes, both of us knew that we really, really cared about each other. We really loved each other, but we never wanted to interfere with each other's life. These people were making us, they instead, while they were thinking that they're driving us away, they had pushed us so much further together. And I think they realized that they did that. And so then they started doing some other things, like actually physically, like, jumping in between us, pushing us away from each other, sending in other women, other men to, like, distract us or to link us up with other people. And it is also childish. We are not that young, like, to be doing all of these things. We are quite grown up. And it was the most disgusting phase of my entire life these last 2 years, because I had to face these people. The only thing that was keeping us going and keeping us happy was this healing alchemical process that we were feeling of like inner union and harmony and bliss. Otherwise, the external world was extremely toxic, and the worst sort of people and the worst sort of traits that had started coming out amongst all of the external people, apart from the divine counterpart. Uh, and Obviously, it kind of got to him as well, and got to me as well. Both of us were suspecting each other to, like, we're not suspecting, we were doubting each other. They realized they could plant the seed of doubt in us regarding each other, and that's what they did. So what we had to do, we had to surrender all thoughts, and we have surrendered all thoughts after getting clarity on the kind of foul play that had happened. And what we realized, that we have this big pocket of emotions for each other, like big pocket of emotions for each other, that haven't even reached the surface, because we are not in a relationship with each other. That is what that is what you all will be realizing as well whenever you come across this reading, that you and your person have not yet been allowed to explore your two of cups, the interactions. You all have not been allowed to speak to each other in the reality of your emotions. They were all tainted with these karmics, plot and strategy and schemes and scandals. This this love spell that they have recently done has gone and been registered up there. They think that they have completely separated you, but we are, honestly, we are. Uh, it's like we are literally one right now. Union, is that what it means, that you and your person are literally one right now. um it started happening quite a long time ago. Let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Swords. Nine of Pentacles, yes. um Keeping you trapped and feeling happy in a friend group, a single, like, literally, this is like somebody who keeps on selling their friendship and their friends group as if it was a commodity. Yeah, continuously bombarding you with subliminal messages on the internet, about friends and friendships, maybe the TV series Friends, um, that was perpetuating the cycle of you being single and alone. Even if you were married, even if you're in a relationship, it was perpetuating the cycle of you being single, constantly feeling alone, and obviously like stuck in a bad situation. And the answer was, the only happiness was this friends group. And a lot of people might have done that. These are karmic friends. This is somehow even worse than karmic spouse or karmic girlfriends and boyfriends. It's 10 o'clock. It's true. Like, the clock just spoke. It's 10 o'clock. And it's tens are endings. And the Wheel of Fortune is the 10. And we have it at 10 o'clock. Me clarifying it at 10 o'clock. And this is the truth. Karmic friends who perpetuate the cycle of your bondage, like into singlehood, like enforce the singlehood on you constantly, and keeping you away from your person by either dissing them, bitching about relationships, romantic relationships, or the opposite gender. These are karmic friends, and these are karmic energies at play. Um, yes, there was definitely happiness, but there was also, earlier, you felt really, really trapped in this friends group, this karmic group, which is possibly now, you are finding your independence from right now. There was a little bit of happiness, but yes, they had, you realized soon realized in the past, we've soon realized, we have had clarity on the deception and ultimate clarity. We soon realized in the past that they were keeping us trapped there in the situation around them, in their vicinity, selling us this friendship and this friends group. um, to have us trapped there. There was some plot that they were throwing at us again and again and again and again, and they were always looking to sort of they were always this was their intention basically. They were lying and cheating you. Um, they were stealing, definitely stealing from you one way or the other, like, draining, definitely stealing. This was to literally steal all your money and make a run for it, possibly, like, yeah, get you stuck into some kind of uh criminal activity, get you linked to it by impersonating your, like, using your account, using your name, using your cards, like, or using your social credit, like being seen around with you and then going around everywhere saying that they're my you're my friend, and by getting you stuck in the friends group, right? Then you get attached to it, and they can do. But this was their intention of getting you stuck in this friends group and friend circle, and you and your person both might have come uh, might have been dragged into this friend circle together, like me and my person were. Yes, both of us were targeted by one group of people. It was a large group of people, but they pretended to be fighting amongst each other. But the main intention was bringing us into their social circuit, especially when it came to the internet. Um, when it came to taking pictures and in the social environment, like, they wanted to be seen with us, but they were literally bullying us. 717, as I said, that they were using this group to convince me and my person that they're doing this to bring us close together, or they're or to warn us about each other, that both of us are bad for each other, etc. So they were doing both the things. They were making it look as if they're making this arrangement so that both of us can have a friendship, right? We can do it through the group, but in fact, they were poisoning our mind against each other, so that both of us are in a state of depression and anxiety, right? Depression and anxiety, right? This is what their strategy was, this seven of swords strategy. And then eventually make us miserable enough so that we would spill their guts to them, or find safe haven in this group. And then they could use our social credit, our actual monetary credit, um, and their background was obviously criminal. The criminal record after criminal record after criminal record. So they possibly wanted to pass it uh, off to us in one way or the other by impersonating us. And I had this person recently come and stay in my house who literally was wearing this outfit that, I mean, though it was completely different. Like, the pants were of a different material but of the same color. The top was of a completely different design but of the same color, that I had worn the day that I went out with her for like, I was doing my own thing, and then she came chasing after me. uh, and then she tried to wear my hair, her hair, like I had. So this is such a shit job of trying to impersonate someone who people have seen around for almost 2 decades in the same place. And they're not, and the body types are completely different. They're not going to, by far, and the way that she carries herself is so cheap and crass. They're never going to believe it. They're never going to believe it. Because these these fake people that the Matrix send are so, they are incapable of doing anything other than being a copycat. They are incapable of doing that. So this is that extended circle of these criminals that had so they pick a few who can get close forcefully, uh, as well as manipulating, emotionally manipulating and using this new this the first initial meeting of divine counterparts. So there is ultimate clarity. There's somebody. There's an authoritative figure. There's a father figure definitely involved here, who has given a lot of clarity on this situation and brought things out into the open. There, even if it is even if it is isn't you or your person's father or father figure, there's definitely an authority, or who has children and a family, who's a family man, and has been with their soulmate, like, their marriage is very lovely, and they have all of the information on these criminals that had you trapped entrapped, right? Let's clarify the devil and the temperance, the star card. Oh, we have major arcanas in this section. Yes, the group has been split apart. Or some Capricorn and Sagittarius have been split apart. Maybe this Sagittarius would person was either the practitioner or had learned some tricks from the practitioner, or had gathered some practitioners uh, to like work for this Capricorn, or vice versa. It could be like this Capricorn had um, got some witchy, warlocky powers, voodoo powers, and they were possibly both like working together at some point, and that is just um, it's like they made a and so and a Aquarius was also involved in this, possibly. um but it's like they're disappointed in the fact that the entire group kind of split apart, and that's not working out, and there is so much sadness and misery, um because like there was a star seed that they were targeting. They were maybe you are a star seed, or there is a star seed amongst you, that they were targeting. And when the star seed left that energy, they took that energy. They did not for from the beginning, like, I I rejected this friend group a long time ago. I was interacting with these people to make sure that they are cut off completely from my life, and I did whatever I was there in my power to do it. I took upon the biblical lore of being Archangel Michael's sword and all of that. I'm like, I want to blast these people out of my reality, and I'm going to do it, even if it is the last thing I do. This is what I want to do, because I was tired of struggling unnecessarily because of these culprits, these criminals, and their plots, and their shady plots, and the pathetic plots, miserable plots. It has no meaning. They just want to hurt you, and they know that no money is going to come off of it. It's just evil. It's just downright nasty, and it's like a pile of shit. Like, that's all there is, that they keep dumping around, this energy of a pile of stinking pile of shit, rotting pile of shit, that they keep throwing around. And honestly, now I feel the streets are even more clear. Like, earlier, these streets used to be laden with a lot of shit, like actual real shit. And since I consciously started fighting against them, that phenomena started changing. I mean, I see lesser and lesser shit like on the street. I don't know, I recollect these things. And finally, like, when I exited and took my energy out of the situation completely, these cloud, or whatever you want to call them, there are a large group, like you might see a few right now, but there is a large group, at least of 5,000, all around your city, around you, working under this energy. But when the star seed exits, um, when the star seed sends the energy back to its origins, to its source, from where it came from, the last galaxy the star seed was at, this group loses its source of energy and starts going back into misery, starts dispersing, unable to come together, breaking up completely. Um, and these practitioners, as well as the ones who um, made use of these practitioners to hurt good souls, knowingly, unknowingly, doesn't matter. If you have hurt good souls, people who have sacrificed a lot to for knowledge, for knowledge of the spiritual world, have worked, put in a lot of work towards their spirituality, right? Who are on the spiritual path, who might not have done a lot of fancy things, right? But just practiced faith all throughout their life, right? And have been good friends of this people, this divine counterpart involved. If you've heard them as well, practitioner or not, if your intentions were so evil and that you could be considered the devil itself. um, and these things are no joke. If somebody's calling you that in this day and age, or in any day and age, if they've called you the devil, um, because I got this, everybody would say that the devil is actually terrified of you. I always used to get that joke, those joke when we had those normal mobile phones earlier, and we would send these forwards to everyone. That joke always came to me first, like, I don't know, like in rounds of like threes and twos, and people would be like, that joke went something like that. Um, the devil is afraid when you put your feet back on earth. When you wake up in the morning, the devil is afraid. You're that person. I don't know the entire joke. I might find it sometime, but yeah, I always found it so appropriate. And I just ask people, why do you keep sending me that joke? And they're like, it's true. Like, you're going to be the one to defeat the devil. And I'm like, all right. And well, I have done it so far in this way, and it's still ongoing. This promised future is still that alternate reality where I suffered, where we suffered, because the karmics manipulated us into being single, or trapped us, not even single. Like, we were not even getting what we had worked so hard to do. Like, we possibly not getting the job that we want. We were not getting to do the businesses that we want. We were getting rejected constantly over the last 10 years. And that has created like an alternate reality where we got all of those things. And energetically, that is coming back towards us. Uh, or we are jumping into that reality because of the food here. We might be jumping into that reality, since um well, whoever's jumping into that reality is going to be doing it by being in a relationship. But if you're still single, you might receive it from that reality, receive your blessings from that reality. But let's clarify. So this group is breaking apart. There's definitely this group that was working under karmic energies, and these practitioners, they're just not they're just going to lose connection with each other. And because the that power source basically just left, the star seed left. If you're breaking out in rashes and things like that, that is because their spell work, they had literally bombarded you with all kinds of spell work whatsoever, like whatever was in their power, whatever they had tried before and whatever they hadn't tried before, all of that. And basically just what happened was, it just rebounded at the beginning and went straight up into heaven as information against them in the skies and the Akashic records in at source. So I don't know why I shuffled the deck. So let's do that now. Ace of Wands, Three of Wands, wish fulfillment coming true for the lovers. Yeah, you and your person are like let me tell you this: your person really, really loves you. Like, even if this is a divine counterpart, even if it's a twin flame soulmate, they really love us. They do. We do have some kind of doubts and suspicion that maybe they don't feel it as much as we do, but they do. They really do. It's just like, I mean, we shouldn't be hypocrites. Are we actually being able to talk to them clearly? 144, as I said, that are we really able to talk to them? Have we been honest? Have we been able to have we ever got the opportunity or the energy so appropriate for us so that we could have poured our heart out in very articulate ways that made sense? Even we stood there in front of them and said whatever was the first thing that came to our mind, and we were guided to say, right? And if you go back and think how that sounds to your person, it would be the same. Like, they would also be doubtful about this connection. They would also feel that it is weird. You have also run, it's no, by no way a one way connection. It's not a linear love story. It isn't at all. It's quite it's got all the features of the time that we have been theorizing about in higher dimensions. How does time work in higher dimensions? It is that sort of a the timeline is that advanced uh, civilization type of timeline. Like, it's not a simple thing. And they are also constantly just seeing this future in like this doubt that we may not want to fly away with them, right? So they're feeling, but that's why they're feeling the future in their heart space, and they know that the visions of the future where we all are together in this we like basically have the lovers, clarifying the lovers. We have the Ace of Wands and the Three of Wands. Like, look at this, like, the lovers clarifying the lovers, right? I'm gonna pick it up and show it to you. Lovers clarifying the lovers, right? Metatron is writing the story. Archangel Metatron is the scribe of God. He writes down everything that God uh, has in store for people, and these are divine counterparts. These are literally like God counterparts, God and Goddess counterparts here on earth, as above, so below. Like, the Metatron is writing this future which needs to be spoken into existence, or a future situation where it's going to be spoken, this amongst both of you, your story, your love story. How did they see it? How did you see it? You're all going to get this is first and foremost happening. This is happening right now that these energies are being blasted and dispersed and dissolved, these karmic energies. And y'all are going to be able to communicate to each other, that y'all have been each other's ultimate wish, that the only thing that they be like, I know, like, my divine counterpart, my person, like, looks at the statue of God every time, every time we meet. And I remember how thankful I was always in my heart that I got to meet him. That's all I did. Like, that's all we possibly did for like 2 years. That we kept bumping into each other, like, thanking God, thanking our stars that we got to meet each other. This was the wish fulfillment. And if it was such a strong wish fulfillment, it's not just going to be like, okay, I've met her, I've met him, and like, I wasn't going to go and say, like, that's what I thought, like, in initial stages, that was it, because I was cursed into thinking that I was going to be single all my life, right? And they were cursed into thinking that they were going to be in this karmic situation all their life, like, this toxic situation when it came to love all their life. That's why they'd given up, like, um, romantic love. And I enter into their life about 4 or 5 years into that, right? Having given up, and me be living about, let's just say, almost 2 years, thinking that there's definitely no one written for me. Possibly three months, three or more, like 1 year, till I was absolutely sure that there's definitely no one for me, and I had given up. And I was like, okay, I'm just supposed to get people out of their mental traps, and I'm supposed to be a tarot reader. I'm supposed to be a author, writer. I'm supposed to write stories and liberate people. Like, I don't have a love story written for myself. But then when I met my person, I was like, okay, I'm getting a future where I am with this person, and I actually feel it. It's not just something that I'm wishing for. I actually feel it. I actually see it. I'm getting like divine visions of my love story. um any reading whatsoever that I was doing, I was getting this lover's card, and it just reminded me of this person that I recently spoke to. I've known her for more than a year. Like, I met her just like a day before a Valentine's Day. That was Singles Day. That is the 13th of February. And she seemed all right. She seemed quite right in that, like, well adjusted and everything, right? But recently, when I met her, like, she wanted me to forget about uh my divine counterpart and the people he was linked with, and who have been a part of my life since my life as well, very indirectly, but yes, a part of my life, who have been a part of his life directly for many many years, and who have been a part of my life for the since the time I met him. And I hadn't even mentioned all of the people, but I was just sharing. And then she goes and she's like, you have to forget them. You have to forget them. And they were basically men that she was listing. Well, this is another problem, like, with these people who have completely lost their mind because they were working under the devil energies possibly all their life, like absolutely wanting to uh, like all of that voodoo witchy witchy thing since they were probably children. Since high school, definitely since high school, part of these groups like, this is our girl groups, girl versus boy, that kind of a thing. And that's like carried on way into adulthood, for them. So she was speaking from under that influence, and her face kind of changed like over dinner when she said, "Stop talking about boys and eat your dinner." She literally like spat it out, like, like this, uh, like, literally her face completely changed. And the next conversation we had on the phone, she just kept repeating this. You have to stop talking. Like, why do you keep talking about them all the time? Think about it. Think about it. they kept showing up in our tarot readings. Of course the energy is going to show up, but I'm going to read it according to you. But I just didn't bother explaining this to her. I just heard it, and it was a great thing that her real energy showed up, because she had put up a facade for quite a long time. So this is just my recent experience and example. I've been asked so much to expose the details of these karmic energies, these fake persons that are being sent by the illusion through the internet, through subliminal message, and making you feel in your subconscious or in your conscious state that, this person or this personality type, a person who does this, wears this, says this, like, who watches this type of media is going to be the person that I'm looking for, and all of that psychological manipulation uh, that is conducted. I've been also exposed this, and especially exposing that gives us gives us uh, like, so we eliminate, if we are on the twin flame journey, if we are looking for our one, the one soul that is meant for us, and also the highest level soulmate. A lot of us have the divine counterpart as well as the highest level soulmate, right? The highest level soulmate can be either platonic or plutonic, but that is also fake plutonic. It's because we have gone through so many toxic relationships. It's kind the highest level soulmate uh, uh, relationship is there to heal that kind of uh, karmic assault of relationships, that we have string of karmic relationships that we end up having. One of the divine counterparts is like goes through a string of relationship which are karmic in nature, especially the ones who are being trapped in this, like, for 10 years, like, in this curse. And I see both, like, subliminal messaging, psychological manipulation using via social media. And it's like we kind of see it happening to us, right? We kind of see it happening to us, so we know that kind of psychological manipulation energy. We it takes a very long time to accept, like, this demonic energy, this evil energy, this witchy voodoo black magic doing people, like, it takes a very long time to accept that portion of reality, because um it is first and foremost so alien to us. Like, we can understand this because we're always using that technology. We know that, they're using our phones and media to manipulate us into buying products, or to buying into conspiracy theories, and letting them control us in some way or the other. We can actually see that happening, right? But with this witchy, voodoo, black magic uh, crap that these people do, it's very difficult, unless and until you are a part of it, unless and until you do that kind of stuff. You indulge in that kind of stuff. I'm not talking about manifestation. I'm not talking about affirmations and manifestation. People who actually under the name of manifestations and affirmations are practicing some new agey witchy crap, as well as people who under the name of making themselves getting themselves on the right track according to birth charts and things like that. Get in touch with astrologers and practitioners and get spells of the dark arts, old spells, ancient spells, and they get into that kind of witchcraft and voodoo stuff, right? I'm not those energies are so completely alien to our energies that it takes a very long time for us to even acknowledge or accept that, okay, this might be it. And then once you realize that, yeah, you have a set of people doing this, it takes a long time to process all of the information that's going to come towards you. it's going to be just to eliminate. It's going to be to eliminate, not my friend. This is karmic, this is fake matrix person, this is karmic energy, this is mind manipulation energy, mental energy. So some good people also who are always and forever going to be on your side, they are going to be attacked by these energies as well. They are going to. So you are going to be able to differentiate between that those good souls as well as the original culprits, right? So it's just the process of elimination. It's process of elimination. It's recognizing the manipulative mental energy, the karmic energy versus uh, true love energies. And all of that is getting washed away and done and dusted and ending up into you being soaked and immersed only in true love energies. This is promise. It takes a very long time for us to let go the need of this mental energy as well as karmic energy. It does take a very long time because we are used to these this mind manipulation, the psychological manipulation energy, as well as karmic energy since we were born, and it becomes second nature for us to live life with these two energies. And now I think it's like the cosmic entities, this the archangel Michael as well as Lucifer. They're like, no, there needs to be clear distinguishing and separation. Everybody has to pick their side, whether they're going to be matrix, whether they're going to be karmic, or whether they're going to be twin flame. Like, everybody has to pick. And I think twin flames are picking twin flames, definitely. Karmics are, I mean, they're culprits, and matrix agents are just their matrix agent. That's the role that they have to play. So there is literally no choice. I see, if there was any choice, it was for the people who hadn't got onto the twin flame journey, and it was possibly upcoming in a future lifetime, or this lifetime somewhere later, going on the spiritual path. But their decision remains the same, whatever they chose in the past, like to continue doing the good work, and wait for these new energies when or once these three fields were completely separate, right? Um, they're living their separate lives. So you can say this is the matrix reality, this is the karmic and their reality, and this is the twin flames, the divine soul, divine collective, star seeds, 144,000, all of us here, right, on an advanced spiritual journey here in this lifespan. So they were all working together, but that was causing a lot of anxiety and draining the divine collective, right? Because they were being taken advantage of left, right, center, but by both the matrix as well as the karmic plane, and they just want to focus on their final stages on their soul's journey. Honestly, I do. I want to. This is my last lifetime, and I want to focus on this last lifespan. And even if I was given a choice of jumping into this alternate reality, it's like we're going to create the energies. We're going to bring about the energies of. We're going to bring about these energies of this alternate reality where whoever it might have been, even if normal people have suffered entrapment, like, you trap a divine soul into a plot and scheme, and then like all the good souls around them get trapped in that as well, right? So it's like, if you trap a normal soul, just one soul gets trapped. But if you trap a divine soul, a soul that's on a divine spiritual journey, then like about 10,000 souls get trapped as a result, like worldwide, right? And so Now we've learned and we've grown as a soul, and as matured as human beings as well. The human mind has ascended into the fourth densities and not does not really function in the third densities anymore. It's graduated, right? So um uh this is this is what the Twin Flame Collective is focused on. I want to live my happily ever after. That's it, and nothing else. I'm having because there is nothing else. There is no other option. So this is literally like we have liberated ourselves out of this prison for good, which was our wish fulfillment. And we had the confidence that our wishes were going to come true because we had found a divine counterpart, and we have been uh, very grateful. We have expressed our gratefulness. If you think that your person hasn't gone around telling everyone that how grateful they are of meeting you, and if they haven't prayed and thanked God every second since after they met you, we might be a little we might be pushing it a little too far. Our We have been thankful. Haven't you been very thankful, in spite of all the doubts, and in spite of some regrets and frustrations and things like that? Like, in spite of regretting that, oh crap, like, his or her entire life fell apart because of me, like all of that blame, like, you see all these karmics just like getting dispersed. And um and there's gonna be karmic family members as well, right? So like family breaking up, karmic spouse being like going off. So you're feeling guilty. Oh my god, like, I broke up a home, or they're feeling like, oh my god, she was so he was so independent and self sufficient. I got them stuck in this, and now the time's wasted. They're depleted. They're hurt. They have faced so many attacks. Sometimes the sleeping twin, the unawakened twin, does not realize what a spiritual attack is and goes into denial, possibly. That no, this is so. They have a more hard time because they're unawakened to at the level of at which things function and the reality and the truth, right? It is you who are doing that, the divine counterpart who's awakened, who's actually going and doing all the research and getting all the details for them to learn automatically. But they have to start being once they start awakening, they just get thrown into this like advanced research like module of life, and they have skipped all the missing step. That's why they keep feeling so much regret. They regret so much to go in absolute sadness. And Five of Pentacles is like a so-so kind of depression, but Five of Cups is like ultimate like depression. And here with the Father of Cups, so right now they're so upset and in so much regret, like about what this group did to you and how you still rose out of it. And they know now, like, you're going through physical discomfort, and that might seem very silly on the surface, but it's not. It comes from a very evil and toxic place. And uh, the energy of it is very grave. It's a very grave energy, even if it looks like, oh, they did a love spell. And my divine counterpart, all that happened to them was they got some rashes. um but like, you know uh the energy of that entire thing is so grave, and that's why they kind of run from it as well in the initial stages of this connection, because everything uh is so grave, and you have to really go deep into the darkness. You have to discover what is causing you problems in life, because of this the shadow side, right? The shadow side of things. What is causing problems? You have to venture with a very clear mind through the darkness with strong strength of character and strength of mind, mind through the darkness, and you know your beloved is going to like doubt you because you're indulging with karmics, like you're dealing with them, right, in one way or the other. So that is like the darkest portion. So I think this is the first year of the meeting, and this is the second year of the meeting, and towards the end of it, like you kind of choose that, no, I mean, I'm done. I want a brand new life, like in love with my uh in the energy of love that I feel with my divine counterpart, and everything else is I'm gonna dump everything else. So like, on the surface, when they were unawakened, right, when you might have told that, I feel spiritually attacked, like emotionally attacked, and if you might have said that, this is what happens, like, if somebody must have mentioned like black magic and dark magic, to them, it might have just looked like an accusation, and it's not true, and things like that. Or you are over exaggerated or exaggerating or being dramatic, because that's what they used to, right, with these matrix people and karmics, because they really have to amp up the drama to the highest level for the most simplest of things. So they used to like, people being dramatic, and they're like, okay, maybe this person also, my divine counterpart also has some kind of drama in them, right? And we do, but we will never use it as a way to getting what we want to get done, right? And we won't use it all the time. It would be just for like theatrics, just to express clearly of in appropriate measure of what is going on, right? Dramatizing things, not being dramatic. Being dramatic and dramatizing things are two different things altogether, right? So all of that energy of what they were doing to you felt so grave and so horrible and so nasty, and they finally could see it. 717, they finally could see it, the way you felt it, the way you took the attacks. And they have always been feeling, in their unawakened state, they have always been feeling this beautiful and blissful love, and they must be like, why are they so depressed and upset about these other people? They were not the ones who had been awakened to the kind of witchy, voodoo mind manipulation tactics that people were doing. They were just thinking that these people are just doing these things around them and not to them. And once they realize that, there's like some kind of realization that is happening, right? This clarity is coming through. It happened possibly like about um a couple of months ago, or yeah, like it feels like, it happened a month ago or so. What is today, like it is the 10th of February, about the 10th of January, yeah, new year in union energies. They kind of got the clarity on all the psychological manipulation that was done, and by the and also the karmic activities, like, the energies, the full blast of how grave these energies were, like, came towards them. As the group dispersed, the energy still lingered on, right? They're like, okay, why am I still feeling this energy, like, since they those people are no longer there, they're not doing anything, so I'm not witnessing anything, but I still feel this energy. And then at the same time, they have this energy inside them, uh, about their beloved and their one and only, uh, at the same time. And that is kind of, um, it's like this is getting written off and this is coming through. So this is being deleted, this is being transmuted, and what is coming through from that transmutation of this of by conducted by Archangel Michael is this brand new reality and vision of the future. And they keep seeing it. I saw it in my dreams, and I was like, whoa, really? And it's like in my dream I was saying something, we were expressing our feelings, and this was the first set of dreams. I got three set of dreams with my person. Like we were talking about this true love, and we were literally discussing about true love. And I was clearing my person's doubt, I was clearing his doubts. And so when I said something, and I heard the doorbell ring, which I hadn't done. I usually used to be able to hear the doorbell ring in my. I used to keep hearing the doorbell ringing in my sleep, even though I knew, like, nobody was ringing the doorbell. So, and that hadn't happened to me in a very long time. It was possibly because I was hosting the worst sort of retard minds in my house for the last people I hosted. So, and like, so my brain like had shut down, and I didn't want to interact with anyone, right? So this is how I felt. I was like, okay, I know this energy. I've seen it around. I'm going to play that energy now, right? Um, so after months, I made a point uh, to my person, and it was like ding. I heard the bell in my head, and I woke up, and I had his smiling face, like, after having heard it, because it made sense to him as well, like me putting it out in words, like being the father of swords here, put it with the ace of swords, putting it out into words. I had i had spoken about all of this plot, psychological manipulation, as well as this voodoo witchcraft thing, and that had just like in my dream I had just like not really focused on. What I was focusing on was this conversation, this ace of wands conversation about the future that I see, and because of the energy of love that I feel here, and with him and for him. When I had made the final point, and I only saw this scenario, I knew that this conversation had happened in the background, and I only saw that in the scenario, and it was amazing. How I had that doorbell ringing sound happen after a long time, um, in the dream. And I woke up and I had a pleasant smile, and I was sleeping. I'd crashed on the sofa, so I went inside to my bed, and I think I got a lot of visions of the um, our past life interactions, or possibly alternate reality interactions, very brief interactions, and every time I would be I felt the need to kind of walk away from that, like, because they were stuck in their life. So it had many scenarios came through, and the final scenario was something to do with a messenger chat service, right? And somebody telling me, the one who was screaming that why do you still keep talking about these people in your life, you need to forget them. Like, she was, in spite of me telling them that, it's my divine counterpart and things like that, in spite of her understanding, she wanted me to forgive that. So she was basically kind of psychologically manipulating me, and I got a dream to confirm that, so she wanted me to turn away from my divine counterpart. Like I said, evil nasty business, just evil nasty business, um, with these people. Hey, I'm genuinely sorry for whoever went through this, because I know it is very, very tough um, to go through this. I'm still going through it. It's the physical pain is unbelievable, and the energy is very grave. But yes, it's coming through. Happiness is coming through. In the past, like, the energy of your counterpart was very, very guarded, very guarded. They had um that's what I sensed in the dreams as well. Very guarded, because it's like they knew a snake had control of all of their resources, especially time. It was still not time, right? Definitely a Sagittarius, a snake from their past or alternate realities had jumped into this reality, into their home, directly into their home. Oh, so that's why they had to guard. They had to guard themselves. They had to shield themselves. Eight of Swords here. They had to guard themselves. It's coming in. It's in the past section. It's coming through from the past section as well. Eight of Swords here, right, all the way up to here. So they had sensed this snake. They had been guarding themselves from the snake, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, and this is what they've been repeating. This karmic past that they've been repeating. Um, yeah, and possibly another feminine energy, karmic feminine energy, working together inside the house every single lifetime, trapped in that. Yep, they have. They're currently taking some action towards this, these karmics, all of them. They just don't, possibly they're like astonished at the number of karmics here. A very swift and fast action. This is the Chariot here. Swift and fast action. They have the Empress here, the Magician. Yeah, because they want to manifest this wish fulfillment. Okay, it's like they want to put an end to this. They want to put an end to this, like, and they're manifesting this relationship with you. I mean, you're the reason that they gain this momentum and motivation, this final momentum, um, to corner and attack and delete and destroy the karmic activities and energy altogether, right? Put an end to this. The World and the Fool card here. And this is to clarify the Judgment. This is the Two of Cups clarified with Nine of Cups, the Magician, and the Empress. They are engrossed in, like, they. It's time. It's time for them to gain credit back from the services that they have provided to the world energetically, actual labor, actual work. Maybe this is to do with like some business, helping a business person out, uh, or somebody in the home, like, in their family. Now whatever they've done here in this scenario, that might have come out into the open very recently with the 1-1 portal, the 2-2 portal, that might have come out. Like, we always have a portal every month. Like, January 1st is the first 1-1 portal. February 2nd would be the 2-2 portal. March 3rd will be the 3-3 portal. So on and so forth. So at the first day of the New Year's, this kind of information might have come out into the open, and if not at that time, um, or they might have had the access to use the kind of information that was coming through to take action and close this chapter so that they can have a brand new beginning. The Judgment card, I don't know if it's a brand new beginning. They still see themselves as a single, because this curse is still lingering around somewhere in the air, like, in spite of y'all knowing, y'all have so much love for each other, y'all knowing each other so clearly, and taking actions in your life, being motivated by the fact that one day y'all will come together. Y'all are still seeing yourselves as single, but then again wanting this romantic relationship amongst so bad. Like it's like this ultimate soul desire, that I want to be with your person is saying I want to be with her. It's my ultimate soul desire to be with her, my divine feminine, right? My goddess, princess, queen. Um, I want to be with her. This is my soul desire, to be with her. This is what I had asked for in this lifetime, prayed for in this lifetime for my services, like, the Seven of Pentacles and Six of Cups. In this lifetime, I had asked for a new beginning where I could be in my beloved's arms, my empress's arms. And uh, it's like that. This has been their constant manifestation all throughout this lifetime. And it's like Archangel Uriel is, it's like literally uh re-announcing it to them very loud and clear, like, this is what you were promised in this lifetime. Now take swift action, end this third party situation, and heal this third party situation, or this is happening a little slightly in the future. The announcement has happened right now in present moment, and the action taking, and exposing the snakes in the house, the Sagittarius and another toxic feminine energy, right? The snake energy, with the 10 of Cups in the house, like generation after generation, being able to see it, and being able to see their plot and how they have kept them away. They've had to keep their hard work, their true nature away, because true nature hidden because of this, like true destiny hidden, because these two toxic feminines were had a lifetime after a lifetime captured them in their homes and their family lives, right? So now they're literally, they're like, okay, now we have them in the house, right? We have them in the house, we have these karmic feminines in the house, last batch, and we're going to take it's going to be like a sudden swift action, and they're not going to see it coming at all. Again, and like the skies have reminded, the motivation is this, the most motivation is this relationship with your beloved, right? So now the cosmos and the archangels are mainly focused on making them feel, reminding them of this love that they have for you. That's all I have for you, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye.